You live. You're muted.
Hey everyone, it's Friday night. I am Steve Boykin and I am coming to you from the Santa Cruz Mountains. This is our call-in show. That based on the title alone, even if we hadn't been demonetized on YouTube for over a year now, would totally get us, or at least the video. Demonetized on YouTube, get your shit together. Is the name of the show. You call in, you let us know, or in this case tonight, me, since both of my co-hosts are getting their own shit together, or at least out doing things and having a fucking life, which is wonderful. It's been a hectic fucking week, y'all. So if you've got shit going on, give us a call. We've been through some shit, seen some shit, and might be able to at least talk to you about your shit from a place of understanding, or at least like similar scope of experience. That's the whole point of this whole thing. Hope it gets weird. Hope it gets a little bit funny. Titled the show tonight something like we're all domestic terrorists now, or so, because, well, you know, we are. If you're at all familiar with Slow News Day outside of the call-in show, you know that from the December 6th insurrection, we've been talking about for I guess a little bit over 6.5 months now, that what happened at the Capitol on January 6th, much more of a false flag in real time, a complete and total psychological operation, fostered onto the American people in order to get brand new domestic terrorism legislation. And that's what we're seeing. All it took was one little selection where our I guess voting machines and the coverage around the election and a lot of the laws surrounding the election were fortified. So you see a cabal, according to Time Magazine, not according to me, according to Time Magazine. They like the cabal so much they put them on the cover of the episode. Well, not the actual people. They can't tell you who the people are. That would be ridiculous. They pooled their resources and they fortified this election, and they made sure that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris would be able to serve essentially as co-presidents since Joe Biden has dementia. Arguably, at this point, if you're still pushing the narrative that Joe Biden's just, you know, kind of a silly old guy who has a bit of a stutter, is that really who you want as your president in the first place? Is it? I mean, the thought of Kamala Harris becoming the first female president with an asterisk next to her name as the way that she got it, unfortunately for the rest of womankind, takes a little bit away from that victory. But you know, what's Misty say? Invent the wins, right? Speaking of Misty, she put up a screenshot earlier today that came from the report that we went over last night, this national countering domestic terrorism strategy document that we did a deep dive of on the show. It's making the rounds now, that document, and whether or not it was our show that got people to start looking at it or somebody else, I don't even give a damn. I really don't. I'm just glad people are starting to take this in now. As Mindy says, we're so fucked. Here's where let's categories of domestic violent extremists is obviously who this new legislation is going to be voted on. Ed, you remember last night we talked about DVEs. So according to this document, the people that are domestic violent extremists, at least the ones that are new to this category, not necessarily racially or ethnically motivated or animal rights or environmental extremists, those are your more traditional domestic terrorists. Now, in the age of technology and manufactured confusion, we've had to up our quality and content and kind of domestic terrorists. So now we have the anti-government, anti-authority DVEs with ideological agendas derived from anti-government or anti-authority sentiment, including opposition to perceived economic, social, or racial hierarchies or perceived government overreach, neglect, negligence, or illegitimacy. I wonder where people could have gotten the idea that this government was engaged in acts of overreach, negligence, or illegitimacy. If you look at our fine, long-standing tradition of proprietarily owned software in our electronic voting machines that get maybe a 1% audit on the best of years with just one county reporting on that audit, it would be hard for me to find a reason to doubt the legitimacy of our elections. But yeah, apparently that's an argument pasta that people are making. Boy, it'd be great if Pasta called into the show just randomly to be like, I heard you shit talking me about voting and now I'm mad. Negligence and overreach. We've had the CARES Act. I think the CARES Act in and of itself covers both or all overreach, negligence, and illegitimacy. Militia violent extremists and anarchist extremists, of course, they're definitely traditional forms of American domestic terror. If you ever find yourself on the receiving end of a phone call or an email from someone who claims to be in a militia or a violent anti-government group, and they want you to help them, let's say, kidnap a governor or blow up an airplane, burn down a church, hijack a school, any of that, it's the FBI that you're talking to, and tell them no. Tell them no. Tell them no. We've shown you a number of different times that more often than not, these homegrown domestic terror attacks are orchestrated and staffed by, or being that a number of the people involved in whatever anarchist or militia group, there are actually FBI agents. You gotta be really careful who you're hanging out with and who you're talking to, and just remember, like I've always talked about with the old radio broadcaster Travis T. Hip, wherever more than 5 people are gathered to complain about the government, the first one who says he knows where or how to get a bomb, that's your Fed. That's totally your Fed. Complaining about the government is one thing. Calling for a violent overthrow of it is definitely how you get yourself a whole new set of friends, and those friends carry around their own bracelets. Sometimes they're made out of zip ties, and sometimes they're just good old-fashioned steel, but they'll go on you. They will. I saw Luke Rudowski's Twitter page is just a fucking shit show of hilarity like every single day. But there is a like EU video about vaccine passports that I will probably pull up at some point during the show. Although I've been rambling for about 10 minutes. That's so we can get people gathered into the various chats. We're broadcasting on YouTube. We're broadcasting on the Rockfin. We're broadcasting on Odyssey, D-Live, and Twitch. Hope there's people on every platform watching, although I don't really give a fuck about the Twitch one. Gotta be honest with you. Really don't give a fuck about the Twitch. Don't really give a fuck about the YouTube either, but it is unfortunately at the moment, although there's some competition with Rockfin now, where we get the bulk of our views. Let's go ahead and open the phone lines. And go ahead and get this started. Give a ring into the show. It is 65. Here we go. 657-298-4767.
Am I live?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is Another Worldview is Possible. Steve, good to speak to you.
Hey, Another Worldview is Possible. How are you, man? How's it going? Good to hear from you.
I'm doing okay. You were speaking about the subversion of democracy and the possibility of insecure voting systems. Well, I have an item apropos of that. I don't know if anybody is still listening to Pacifica Radio. It was the nation's first listener-sponsored, mission-driven radio network. It was between CIA coups there that I managed to get a little radio show there for a while, which is where I got this username from. So during that time, we came up with a set of bylaws that ensured it would be a democratic institution. And ever since then, there's been a group of staff members who are paid by somebody, as well as Pacifica, I'm thinking, and they are trying desperately to drive the network into the ground. They're getting paid to drive the audience away. Anyone who looked at the numbers will show that to anyone in a second. Our peak audience was like 2004, 2005. So the network is now on the verge of bankruptcy. And according to these people, the problem is too much democracy. So they have a plan. They're going to create a board of self-appointed rulers who will run the network the right way. Well, as you can imagine, that's probably not the case. So if you get a ballot in the mail or in your email for the New Day Pacifica bylaw referendum, the appropriate vote is not just no, but fuck no and drop dead and stop doing this. This is the second time within 2 years that they've tried this same trick. They lost the first time, so they just did it again. And this time it's all being done with vote by email, which, as you can imagine, leads to the possibility of problems.
100%. You were talking to me about this in LA in April, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I showed you a picture of a guy wearing a CIA hat.
This is more than what we initially talked about, but I saw the picture of your favorite CIA radio host.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something. Maybe that's something you want to go into a little bit while we're on. I mean, we're 2 minutes into this call, we got at least 8 more. You might as well tell the story, man. Get it out there a little bit because that's just fucking wild.
Okay, I can do that. There is a guy who fled Australia sometime in the 70s or 80s because everyone there thought he was a CIA agent. I mean, literally, like Prime Minister Bob Carr, when he was the head of New South Wales, was telling the Australian Broadcasting Company not to hire that dude because he's CIA. So he couldn't get any work there because his cover was blown. I'd imagine because he just does what he does, which is say stupid CIA shit that kind of exposes him. And so he had to flee the country. So what did he do? He came to Hollywood and married the daughter of John H. Waller, who is a CIA official, the Inspector General from Iran-Contra, who didn't find any drug problems. So you can see how good an inspector he is. So he
clearly he was inspecting exactly what he was told to inspect. And in that case, dude, you're doing your job. Well, conclusion, arrived.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah, exactly. So he marries into the CIA family, and he goes and does some work for, there's a Defense Department group of, supposedly, allegedly dissidents, but not really. I think it's like the Center for Defense Information or some shit like that. He does this thing out of Los Alamos. So pay attention, Shadow Band refugee. He did a movie down there. supposedly against nuclear weapons and power, but probably not really. He likes to keep that off of his resume and his bio because it doesn't look good. And he also became a co-host to a guy named Edmond Haddad, who was the founder of the World Affairs Society here in LA, where Dick Cheney came to speak back in the 2000s. And the guy had also worked at the State Department's Office of Public Diplomacy, which is a spy and lie operation famous for getting people like Robert Perry fired during the Iran-Contra affair. So there's these two guys on the air.
If Robert Perry doesn't get fired, then we don't get consortium news. So,
what's that?
That if Robert Perry doesn't get fired over the Iran-Contra affair, we don't get consortium news.
That is true. There's an upside. This is what's called the law of unintended consequences.
Right. Robert Perry gets fired for shedding a little light on what happened during the Reagan year. Well, the early Bush years, and the unelected Bush presidency. And he gets fired, and as a consequence, goes and finds some funds and launches what is now like the oldest online subversive publication in the world.
Much love to the consortium news crew
and the late Robert Perry.
Absolutely.
Yes, both good sources. So my point is that this guy Edmond Haddad, dirty bird, and somebody named Bill Mitchell, a late host at KPFK, read his curriculum vitae, read Edmond Haddad's resume out over the air, and that was the end of Edmond Haddad's career at Pacifica because it just looked so bad that there was no point in repairing it. So at this point, his co-host Ian Masters, the guy who had fled Australia for not being CIA, he gets the show. And for a long time, it languished at an hour a week, and then they started rebroadcasting it on Monday afternoons. So he had Sunday morning and then Monday afternoon, but that was it. And I've seen his Rolodex, and it's full of all the Iran-Contra players, Robert Bud McFarland, all these people. So the point is that he, in 1998, there was an article published in an Australian newspaper magazine, sort of like the LA Times magazine pullout section that comes every Sunday. Yeah. It's sort of a standard industry format, but it's in a paper in Australia where no one could possibly hear his radio show. It makes zero sense to promote it there, but it gets promoted there with him with like an 8-9 page article and a bunch of pictures, one of which he's wearing a CIA hat sitting in front of a KPFK microphone. And one of the, the underlying themes of this is he's broke, he needs a paycheck, get it to him. And he's useful and could put useful information out on the air. Like it literally says things like this. And so in that article, basically what I see is an open source request for a paycheck that his father-in-law, John H. Waller, knows how to place. Because
let me kind of set this up here real quick, because the first time I saw this picture and the first time I heard this story was in downtown Hollywood, right in the middle of Hollywood, while we're screaming at the CNN building.
Yeah, that is correct. I just happened to bring a copy with me because I wanted people to see it.
and it was, dude, that was such a fun day. It was such a fun day that we're gonna do it again on July 3rd. I don't know if we're gonna do the same like
March. Was like as tall as me with the longer hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you. Oh, what up, man?
Josh, Sleepy Josh, the tech ninja,
the legend. The legend, the treetop lover, Sleepy Josh. Bad Leroy Brown on the ones and twos over here.
Sorry,
I will say this: that appearance on your air and that speech in public was probably my most public appearance for more than a decade. I've been sort of low key lately. So congratulations and maybe condolences. I don't know.
Hey man, I'm glad we drew it out of you. I am. I'm glad that like whatever it is about either the Assange case or what's being done to the press or, you know, how we're putting it out there, whatever it is getting people like to come out and want to say something. I'm all for it. I like it really doesn't matter to me what it is. I'm just glad it's happening. Thank you for doing that, man. I do appreciate the fuck out of it very much.
No problem. I'm glad to do it, and I'll be there on July 1st. It sounds like. Where will we meet?
July 3rd. July 1st is the wrap up of the Home Run for Julian tour in DC. So the 28th and 29th in LA. I know that there are Home Run for Julian events. I'm not entirely sure where they are yet. I will know, I think Sunday. We have a follow-up meeting that's going to confirm locations and stuff. We'll put that out. In the intermittent time, I'm going to get with the Convo Couch, a couple other people. We'll figure out exactly where we're going to do our thing on the 3rd, because July 3rd is Julian Assange's 50th birthday. 4th of July, the next day, we may try to hijack somebody else's party and just flip it into a free Assange rally. We haven't figured that out yet either. Lots going on. Been trying to sort out the Home Run for Julian tour for a while. And then Commander X got, so we sort of jumped over to that immediately too. My friend, I want to thank you for calling in. I'm really fucking glad you did. I can't wait to see you here in a couple of weeks. Anything else you want to leave the folks at home with?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Do I want to what?
Anything else you want to leave the folks at home with? Anything else you got to say before we go to the next call and all that shit?
Absolutely. From the home office here in Venice Beach, I just wanted to point out that, you know, while I wish her no ill, and I certainly don't cast aspersions on anyone who sees otherwise, I have always been highly suspicious of this whole reality winner story. It looks like a psyop from top to bottom for me. I mean, first off, the name sounds like it's straight out of Hollywood. I mean, are there any winners at the NSA now that Bill Binney and Thomas Drake aren't there anymore? I didn't think so. But reality winner, that is a fucking crazy ass name. That's like, you know, something you'd put in a comic book. And
hey, man, she's from Texas and her mama is a Billy Joe. So.
What's that?
She's from Texas and her mama is a Billy Joe. So, okay. I mean, all I'm saying is that there are weirder names, especially for someone who's barely 30.
All right. But all I'm saying is that, you know, the victims of Operation Northwoods from the airliner that was never going to get shot down, but would have been reported as having been shot down, filled with CIA cover identities. There was a whole team set up with like cover identities for their grieving relatives too. So I'm just saying psyops can get pretty deep in this area, and I don't necessarily trust someone who says, yeah, I'm this person's relative. Like with the Jersey Widows, that whole story was horse shit. So all I'm saying is the story itself advanced the Russiagate narrative. And I know how you're saying that, like, if you looked at it really closely, the evidence...
You just simply read the documents, but nobody did.
If you look at the OPCW story really closely, the evidence never advanced their story either. But nobody ever looks at it closely. It's all just designed to be a headline, which is why they have the National Enquirer there at the check stand, because you take away what the headline says, even if the article converts that.
So are we questioning whether she was actually incarcerated or if the thing even happened? But because I can see if like they thought that it was going to get more momentum, if it looked like Donald Trump was imprisoning the whistleblower who showed us proof that the Russians hacked the elections. I could see that as like a giant, you know, hopefully a you know, mass public galvanizing event that would determine once and for all the illegitimacy of the orange monster. I can.
Yeah.
But the climate that we're in, the climate that Obama created around whistleblowers.
Yeah.
made it so, wow, shit, I just gestured my microphone all the way across the fucking desk. The climate that the Obama administration created around whistleblowers made the idea that you were going to shed some light on your government so toxic and reprehensible that I think that even though she was saying, oh, look, the Russians done did it, I have proof, or that was the story and the spin around it, even though it was demonstrably false if you read the documentation itself, that nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck because you're supposed to hate whistleblowers. And the people that told you to hate the whistleblowers are now the people that are telling you, hey, look, you need to look at what this whistleblower said. So it falls fucking flat.
They have a sliding scale for whistleblowers. You know, Julian Assange, prison, Eric Ciaramella, don't say his name. You know, I don't know. The reality is that all I'm saying is that the important thing is the headline, and the headline, you know, even if the headline passes by real quick, and I think in this case kind of did, you know, they say she was in prison. I don't really have any reason to doubt that because Trump was in charge and his people were in charge. And if I were them, I would look at her as a spy who was effing with them directly. And for that, I would see, you know, generally speaking, bad things happen to bad spies who get caught. And she definitely fucking got herself caught. I mean, she didn't have the fucking sense to send it to WikiLeaks. She goes to the Intercept. What the hell is wrong with her? I mean, was she dumb? I don't know. But the reality is that, you know, even if they, you know, sometimes they have like a back door on the jail, you know, they let the snitch in and let him out the back door. It turns out it was a fake name. You know, they go back to their life. They come back when they need to make an appearance. I don't know. You know, I don't know how that works exactly.
Coziest work release ever.
That story.
Well, my friend, it has been wonderful speaking, but we got to do a show sometime. I'd love to just come on a mod panel the next time we do one or something like that, man. We should definitely have you back as like, let's fucking talk some radio stories and shit like that. They still air some of Garland Nixon's content on Pacifica right now. It's like the Radio Free Europe for the USA. And I love Garland. I know he's not fucking CIA. It's so weird being in like
5 times.
Okay. All right, brother. We'll do this.
You got my number. You got my number now, right? So you can call me if you want to pick me up for something. I can, you know, I'm here.
Hell yeah.
Bless you.
You are live.
Hello?
Oh, hey. It's Hunter.
What's up, Glory Jones?
Why? Oh, that's right. You still at your cousin's?
Huh?
Huh? What's up, dude? How you doing? Hello? Did you just call in just to give dead air?
No.
What's going on?
Not much. How are you guys doing?
Oh, is this Hunter or is this Glory?
Yeah, no, it's Hunter.
Oh, it's Hunter. Hey,
You sounded you sounded like a dead ringer for Glory Jones, like your first sentence, and I'm like, what
dude,
the
that
fuck?
was crazy.
You really did. What the fuck's happening, Hunter? How you doing? I can't believe you didn't fucking melt today.
Oh, no, I hate it out here. I hate it. Yeah, I'm outside right now, and it's horrible. And we just got back from visiting the Roar Media family up in Washington, and it's so nice up there. And then we get back here, and it's like, oh my god!
And then you're in fucking the middle of Nevada, or southern Nevada, in the middle of July, in the like worst heat wave that broke the record of last year's worst heat wave, that broke the record of the previous year's worst ever recorded heat wave. Fuck, dude. It was 103 in Oakland at noon.
Oh no.
109 right here.
I had to drive up to Oakland today to go do a tech check for the Home Run for Julian event that's going to happen next Saturday. And it's being held at the Islamic Cultural Center. It's a
Hell yeah.
beautiful fucking space, dude. I took some pictures of the inside today. It was like I asked, like, am I allowed to photograph in here? Like, I'm not sure how this works. I'm clearly not Muslim, although we have similar ideas about beards. Like, but outside of that, not. And they walk back out, and it's like 1:15, and I got 10 minutes worth of use out of my phone. It cooked. One call with Mark Lugers on Discord, killed it. Like too hot, had to shut it down. My car speaker got too hot, had to shut it down. Had to wait until I was almost like back into the redwoods and under a little bit of shade until I could turn anything back on. A little bit over 3 hours to go 44 miles down the 880 and 17 to get to the windy ass mountain road that will take you into my town. And fuck, dude, it was miserable. And the whole time I'm thinking, I have friends that live in Vegas. I have friends that live in Arizona, New Mexico, Southern California, Inland Empire, California. I am not nearly as miserable as these fucks. I feel bad.
The horrible thing about California is that landlords, they're not required to give AC. I'm pretty sure here in Las Vegas, if you're renting a place, you have to have AC. And if it goes out, the landlords have to fix it within 48 hours. But no, I can't. It's so hot here. I don't even believe that this is real. And then I was looking up because we have such a massive housing problem here, and it's just about to get worse. There's so many families getting evicted over here. And I was seeing where the cooling centers were, because I knew that they had those in LA. I was wondering if they had them out here, and there's barely any. And they're only open from certain times. And it's like, okay, what are people supposed to do? What are people supposed to do? People lost their jobs due to no fault of their own, and then now, like, what the fuck? I'm stuck on that. I'm tripping. But yeah, it's so hot, and people are probably dying over here, legitimately.
And the other thing is, when it gets stupid hot, people nut up, and the murder rate skyrockets, or at least the violent crime rate skyrockets. And like, we just got we're getting brand new domestic terrorism laws where everything and everything that we do and all of us are now domestic terrorists. They want people to snap, Hunter. They want as much division and chaos as possible. The one thing that Jimmy Dore gets consistently right is when he quotes somebody else saying chaos favors the establishment. It does.
Yep.
Every time.
And oh my gosh. And then I'm so frustrated with everything, but they went into my favorite Mexican food place right down the block from where I live. And I think it was immigration. I don't know who it was, but they went and arrested like a bunch of the employees. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, stop. This is crazy. And
I thought we voted that shit out, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. And then we have right next to the apartment complex, there's a row of apartments, and they're using those. They kicked everyone out of those, and now they're using them for firefighting training, like setting them on fire and then putting them out. I'm like, is this even real? Are we living in a real life right now?
Well, and soon you're going to have company towns in Nevada. Just corporate-owned towns with corporate-owned law enforcement.
Oh, my gosh.
Won't that be fun?
Oh, I can't.
Yay.
Yeah.
Get that worry-free life on.
Yay!
Oh my God. And then it's
Wait,
like,
speaking of worry-free, because worry-free is the company, sorry to bother you, there is an honest to God chance that next Saturday in Oakland I get to meet Boots at this thing. So if anybody is in Central California, little incentive to come down to the Islamic Cultural Center on
When is that?
Saturday. Huh?
When is that? Next Saturday?
Next Saturday. I'll come pick you up, dude.
I
Or
can
you
probably,
got.
I can probably
It
go.
would be fucking show up at 11 because I'm running tech. You fucking bullshit and hang out and you can tell me what
I
I'm
might
doing
be
wrong.
able to go for the day, maybe. I probably have to drag my child with me though.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm bringing at least one of my kids.
yeah, do it.
I think that might be cool for her to do.
I'm at least bringing Waylon because it's his birthday tomorrow, and I gotta like if I could hang out with him for a little bit, but then drive down to LA like overnight.
Yeah, let's try to make that
Oh.
work. It'd be cool for my kid to go to the city for the day.
I'm at least bringing my about to be 10-year-old because I'm pretty sure that the teenager who has perfected the eye roll is working. But
my kid's a good babysitter too. And she's a little older.
yeah, totally
yeah.
bring your kid for that. I would be kick ass, dude. Let's try to get enough Rockfin tips on the show tonight to where I know I could cover Josh's fucking and his kids' transportation.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Let's do that. We got a little head start going already. And
going to throw. No, go on.
oh no. You're
Hunter
following
gets a little extra time as well because it's Hunter. So, and she shows up on the ground with us.
Yeah. Floor's yours, dude. I'm sorry. I'm
throw out there that I'm talking to some people, and yeah, July 3rd in Las Vegas. I know it's gonna be really hot, but I'll have like extra mission towels and I'll bring water and stuff. But probably at the Sands or the Venetian, organizing an event for Assange.
fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Vegas for Assange. I will fucking promote the hell out of that, dude. That'd be fun as fuck. We do a couple of regular events in Vegas.
Happen.
Huh? I hate Vegas, but I'll go there for an event.
Yeah, I have extra room and everything over here. It's horrible, but it needs to happen because Sheldon Adelson's reach is very deep over here.
Dude, that would be fucking wild to go do an Assange demonstration like across the street from an Adelson-owned property.
Oh, yeah.
Or book a conference room inside one.
Yes, I was actually looking at that because when we went to the Palestine event that happened in front of the Venetian, where I parked, I had to walk back and then around the Sands. And Ty and I were there with the bullhorn for like half an hour, just screaming things about Sheldon Adelson and Assange and his wife, because she has taken over the operations of everything.
And his wife is even more of a hardline Zionist than Adelson was. And Adelson was to the right of this new psychopath that Israel put in charge of the country in Naftali Bennett.
Oh.
So, I mean, and as far as I know, absolutely nothing has happened to his head of security, who was the former CIA special agent that came to run security for Adelson's casino empire and help facilitate the dual employment of UC Global. And I always forget his name because it's mostly consonants and it's fucking Israeli as fuck. But before the show's over, I'll get it. It's the UC Global Archives. I give the Gray Zone a fair amount of shit because they deserve it, because a lot of their content comes from other people without giving them credit. But the UC Global Archive on the Gray Zone is one hell of a valuable resource.
Oh my God, I need to check it out. I was, you guys were talking about COINTELPRO. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday or what, but I was messing around on the computer and doing my thing and checking out what these fucking psychopaths, like what they utilize to do surveillance and stuff. And there are apps out there that literally like make a spider web that connect people and have all this creepy information. I mean, I've already known this, but it was crazy to mess around with it. And oh, sorry, I live on busy street.
All good.
And they use COINTELPRO, intelligence, and what's the other one? FireEye, right? They use that. FireEye. And it's a whole like information sharing thing. And I'm just tripping out like, what the fuck is going on? I can't believe that this shit was even made, like that people even have that mindset to do this.
Well, okay, so the idea of transforming your government into a technocracy or letting technocrats run the government means that the digital mapping and the digital and real-time and complete surveillance of everyone is looked at not necessarily as a violation of civil rights, but as like the best way to get a complete set of data points by which you can then make legislation and carry out the rest of your agenda. And like the dehumanization of everyone is so critical to all of this. It makes me incredibly angry. And like I get in trouble if I talk about it. Hunter, fucking you rock, dude. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for doing the thing in Vegas. Please like DM me about that, follow up with me about that. If you're brave enough to call in, maybe you'll be brave enough to come on for like 10 or 15 minutes to pitch it, and we can and I will make for goddamn sure that I let everybody, MCSC network know about this thing. We'll promote it, and Action for Assange. We'll promote it to the best of our ability, dude. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you guys. You guys
dude.
Work.
Have a good one, Hunter.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
You're live.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Wow, your mic's rough. Hello. Who's this?
Hello. I think it's someone that's called a bunch of times. Let's let him call back again.
Okay. Well, in that case, there were some some super rays that came in. I can
Always appreciated.
what the fuck?
How Twitter jumps.
Why did the rock fin just go blank?
All right, it's coming back. Hello.
Hello?
We cannot hear you.
Not even a little bit. Huh. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
I
not
was gonna suggest. Was it Glory?
Third time's a charm.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We do it
Hello.
live.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, who we got?
Hello.
Hi, who's this? You are live and on the air.
If you're trying to listen on the stream, you got to mute that and just listen on the phone.
Yeah. Definitely don't listen you don't listen to the live stream. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait 25, 30 seconds for everything. And that's just generally like good advice for everybody that's calling in. Make sure you mute up on your laptop, phone, whatever the hell, and just go pick up your phone and make a regular call. Pause the show, walk away from it. You could always catch up and hit the live button.
Are you there?
Forward to the front.
Guess not.
Okay. I can't get Rockfed to fucking pull up at all. I'm gonna try it on my phone now.
Oh, that's the fourth time. Hello. And you hear us?
Yahtzee? Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'm just gonna block this one. I think it's
All right. Animares, buy some intro music or upload campfire sounds. We'll get on that, dude. I do want to start playing music. Bubblegum douche. Are we taking this one, Josh?
It's the same one.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, who we got?
Hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. What's happening, man? How's it going? You're live and on the air.
Yo, it's your boy Magnus. I decided to call in after watching you guys have trouble over the last 4 calls.
What's up, Magnus? How you doing, man? How's it going?
I'm basking in the glow right now after we just finally announced our secret little project today.
The 9/11 march.
Yeah, the End the Damn Wars March.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, let's talk about that a little bit, and I'll go find the flyer and pull it up on screen.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we're still finalizing stuff. The website doesn't go live until next week, but it's like a lot of the usual suspects and a bunch of people working on it. And yeah, I'm stupidly excited. And I figured it'd be a good day to call in, seeming we're all domestic terrorists today. So
right. I mean, and hey, bro, hey, like you were there before a lot of other people. You were at the front of the, at the front of the line for the cattle car.
right.
Fucking, I honestly
sitting in my chair saying "fuck you," I was right today. Definitely, that's how I feel.
I mean, look, dude. Well, here we go. In the Damn Wars. There's a Twitter account for it already at In the Damn Wars on Twitter. Locations announced, and look, this is something where I believe there should be a sister event in New York. I believe there should be sister events in a couple other spots if we can get enough movement generated around it. It's been 20 fucking years.
Yeah, 2003. That was the last time people really like put their feet to the ground in a march, and that was all the way back in Iraq. So it's like we've bombed and invaded so many more new frontiers since then.
Oh my God, that was before, or that was the start of Wesley Clark's 7 countries list, and we've got them all but Iran, and we've been covertly fucking with Iran since, well, forever, but put special forces in Iran starting in about 2005.
Yep. And that I definitely think like the way this one will be slightly different than the ones of the past is because it's run by a bunch of Assange people. We're actually also addressing like why all these wars happen, which is our giant security state and our surveillance state and the Five Eyes and CIA operatives in every single country running around having coups and assassinating people and causing all these problems that we have to deal with. So like we're trying to really get down to the root of all this bullshit.
I'm stoked for it, man. I'm stoked that it's happening. I remember the day it became an idea. Hey,
I know it seems so long ago, but
huh?
It seems so long ago, but it wasn't that long ago at all, really.
Dude, 3 months. Like almost to the day. 3 months ago today, we were all in front of the Department of Justice with a little bit of drizzle. Apparently not enough for it to get all the way to Glory Jones's scalp. So it was just some bitch ass pussy ass rain. Right. And the little Nicky photo op showed up and did not get his photo op and split and was just getting straight roasted by everyone with a megaphone who went up. Whew, man, that was a fucking great week there. It was. I had a real good time that week.
I mean, we're pretty much just trying to do the same thing in September, like familiar cast of people, same place, just different objective, and hopefully a little bigger, just because, like, I mean, the amount of people that have told me behind the scenes, like bigger name people that might surprise some folks that have said like, oh yeah, I'm totally interested. I would go to that. Well, I'm calling them out. I'm like, all right, well, show up, because I know definitely like Fee and Misty and you have brought up before that if some of these podcasters, some of these YouTubers and Twitter personalities, they could literally go to DC and just hold up a sign that just says nothing, like a blank piece of paper, and hundreds of people would show up just to be in the same place as them. Mm-hmm. So it's all right, guys, let's go. Let's make this happen.
Yeah. No, dude, that's fantastic. It is. And look, now you've got, I guess we've got so many more brand new, maybe even unaware that they are, domestic terrorist brothers and sisters in arms.
Yeah, if you too pro-abortion, straight to jail. Too anti-abortion, straight to jail. If you big fan of rock music, straight to jail. Just the whole list, everybody.
It really is, and what kills me, I'm gonna bring it up, and you may even be the reason that I saw this. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember who I was quote tweeting in it when I put the thing up, but there are a significant amount of lefties, and even the ones that claim to be, anti-fascist, which they're all really fucking happy that that the state got away with murder on January 6th, and there are currently, well, it's in the tweet. So I don't want to repeat myself fully. Oh, God damn it. Wrong one. But here's the image, and then I'll go to the tweet. Or maybe I won't. There's currently 34 states in the U.S. that have anti-protest laws either enacted or on the calendar for this year. 34 out of 50 states. I am not a math magician. That does seem to be more than half, though. That in and of itself should be concerning, but having the people who need to put on costumes so they can go fight somebody else that is wearing a costume, when we found out throughout the week what we all fucking knew and said and told everybody, that the Capitol 6 insurrection was in fact an FBI operation.
Yep. And it's wild to me that like the timing of it isn't dawning on a lot of people, because it's a lot of Republican states that are passing these anti-riot bills, but they're thinking like, oh, this is because of BLM. Well, like the BLM movement's kind of like simmered down because Trump's not in office anymore. So what are these protest bills for? Oh, it's for all of us. Like this is we're locking this down. This is no more. The Unit Party is agreeing. Like they do not want protests anymore. It has nothing to do with BLM. It has nothing to do with the Capitol riots or anything like that. They're like, okay, you guys had your fun last year, but now we're in charge. So everybody stay home, or we're going to find a way to send you all to jail, or we're going to have a cop dressed in all black and throw a water bottle and charge you all with felonies, like in Florida. And it's like, oh, here we are.
Well, and that's the thing. The fallout, the intended consequences for sending agent provocateurs into a protest now is that you will be able to arrest everyone. You will be able to charge the entire crowd with, at the bare minimum, whatever these anti-protest and anti-riot laws say the minimum is, but more than likely now, federal domestic terrorist charges. Like, this is... Go hug the conspiracy theorist in your life. Everyone who's listening to the show right now, go do that. Go do that, because, it's not conspiracy when everything that, like, some of us have been saying for 25 years has come to pass. Magnus, thank you very much for calling in, my brother. I'm glad you gave us a reprieve from whatever the fuck that was earlier. Glad we got to announce the event. I'm going to be on your show next Thursday.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Commander X, because it's wild that that's getting like no coverage whatsoever. I mean, obviously a lot of people have forgotten about the anonymous movement, or think it's dead or doesn't exist anymore. And kind of like a lot of the details of what happened has been covered in propaganda. Like I've had to explain the DDoS attack story to so many people because they don't even remember it. So the fact that they took all this time and energy to hunt him down, track him down, and arrest and extradite him now, it's like, oh, this is convenient. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about that. I'm excited to kind of blow a lot of the newer people to politics minds of how long some of the people in this have been doing this and how this isn't anything new. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
Right on, man. Right on, man. Well, cool. And I'll be talking to you sooner than Thursday anyway. But do appreciate you calling in, man. And we'll get together soon.
Heck yeah, brother. You have a good one.
Hell yeah.
All right. You got a minute to read shit.
Okay, let's do that. I'm not being able to pull up Rockfit on my fucking laptop right now. Bubblegum douche, thank you. Crikey, mate. Speaking of Australia, I'm not even going to do it. They've had a serious pandemic going on for a while, but chlamydia is no joke to koalas. Surveys have shown that wild populations demonstrate a 100% rate of infection, which frequently leads to blindness, severe bladder inflammation, infertility, and death. Chlamydia, koalamidia, rampant. 100% rate. WM, thank you very much. Jindo, you rock. Shadow Band Refugee, go to the city. Sleepy Tech Ninja. Yeah, dude, we'll be able to make that happen for sure. And that brings us up to speed on the
I'm
Rockfin.
surprised Shadowban hasn't called in yet.
Usually waits till we've been on for about an hour. And we've been on for about an hour. So I would assume that sometime in the next, 15, 20 minutes, he'll be calling in. I want to bring up that, oh shit, just got a DM from Tefpo, who was one of the original organizers of the Ferguson Uprising, had a lot and still has a lot to say about the organizational national leadership of Black Lives Matter. He's down. So he found out about Commander X's situation today and is pissed off that it took this long for him to see anything about it. Lori Jones had to track him down. But now he's going to be doing it as hard as he can.
All right, let's grab this. You're live.
Hello.
Orale, Holmes.
Orale. What's up, Shadow Band? Refugee holding
Yo,
it down.
I heard my name. I heard it.
You did. How's it going, man? What's up? You been holding down the birthday?
Dude, it is fucking miserable hot. Miserable hot. We fucking
Is your
broke.
state still on fire too?
Dude, yeah, actually, the day after I fucking called you guys last week on Saturday, just about 50 or so miles south of me, the fucking bosque caught on fire too. So, yeah, it fucking, like, on Saturday, it was like choking me out, fucking smoke. Like, bunch of fucking people, because my chick used to work at Lowe's, a bunch of fucking people had to leave Lowe's and fucking speed home. And it was really a fucking show of mutual aid and like how fucking country folks can survive, because all the fucking homeowners down there, they're farmhands, bro. They all grew up down there and they all fucking grew up on farms and ranches. Everyone said, fuck this, our shit isn't burning down. And every single fucking person that lives down there got out and started fucking helping firefighting crews, clearing brush, fucking clearing dead shit out of the bosque, bro. It was wicked, and it was fucking contained pretty fucking quick, because the fucking entire community got together and said, fuck being a selfish fucking cunt, fuck being a spoiled rich fucking brat. We're gonna get our fucking asses out there and fucking lend a hand. It's fucking amazing.
Dude, when every time California burns, it's always not always, but at least when it burns north of like San Luis Obispo, that's when you're out in the sticks and you're either in the big pines or in the redwoods. And with the exception of the like creeping Silicon Valley takeover of this particular area, those dudes get the fuck out when it burns. It's always the brokest of us. It's always the people who have like been doing some sort of volunteer work throughout their lives that are the first people that jump up to organize some shit like this. There was like an Operation Feed Everybody Instantly here when we got, they started letting people back in after we had to evacuate last year. And bro, like when Paradise burned, everybody in that town was already poor. Like everybody in there was fucking, and most of them got burnt out. So when everybody had to relocate and shit, or the people who got to stay and rebuild a little bit, they had nothing, man. Like they went almost 2 years without getting water back to that place. It's been savage up there, and it is. Everybody forgot about them. There's a couple of like clampers chapters and shit that will, still frequently run supplies. But I mean, dude, when you get burnt out all the way, it coming back from that is insane, dude. The amount you have to put into it just to get whatever your little piece was back, especially if you bought this place when the house was valuated at like 35 grand. You know?
Yeah, dude. It's fucking incredible, like, to see how fucking people can come together when shit is fucking threatened. And that's kind of like one of the fucking themes of what I wanted to actually call in on is that, like, shit's become real fucking serious with this redefinition of fucking anti-fucking terrorism and all that shit, and what a terrorism or what a terrorist means, right? Like, shit is now fucking serious. Like, if you ever said anything mildly out of fucking line in the internet sphere, if you've ever posted something that may be construed as too fucking radical in one direction on Facebook or Twitter or wherever the fuck where they store all that shit, actually mostly down the fucking street from me at the Facebook data center, there's a target now on your fucking back. So this shit is becoming fucking real. And there was a dude that was a total fucking cunt rag that lived about, I don't know, about 100 years ago, and all the fucking tankies are going to freak out over me on this. But he was right.
Come at me, Tanky!
Come at me! But he was right when he fucking said that for decades, nothing happened. And then in a matter of months, years happen, right? So this shit has fucking become exponential. Like, it's happening, and it's happening fucking fast. So when you fucking talk to your fucking people, whether it's your family or your fucking coworkers, your friends or whatever, ask them specifically, do you think I am a fucking terrorist? Because it's come down to the point where now I can be construed as a fucking terrorist and be disappeared without fucking recompense because I'm considered a fucking terrorist. And you might be too. So if you fucking got some fucking crazy uncle that's all crazy religious, and he's all fucking talking about like how abortion is abortion, people that carry out abortion, this and that and the other fucking thing, all need to be fucking put on trial for murder, then he's on the fucking chopping block. And so are you. So fucking get your ass talking to fucking people and fucking do some type of fucking organization. Tell people to maybe call their Congress people, even though I don't fucking believe that those people work for us. Make sure those people don't fucking feel like they're safe anymore.
Right?
They're about to go on recess. You fucking go to their fucking houses. You fucking make it fucking unbearable for those fuckers to live, dude. Because this shit is fucking happening quick now. And while everyone's fucking caught up in this telenovela bullshit about fucking TYT and fucking Jimmy Dore, this shit is actually fucking happening right before our very fucking eyes. So I don't fucking hear anymore about this bullshit about how, this guy was fucking mean to this bitch, and this bitch said this, and this person said this, and they shit back in 2006.
I mean,
shut the fuck up and talk to some fucking people about organizing some shit, Holmes.
Like, it's the TYT thing for me is real fucking easy. They're all pieces of shit in this instance. Fucking move on. Like, we got shit to do. They're all pieces of shit. Dore was a piece of shit for what he said. The others were pieces of shit for what they said. Why do you need to overthink it? It's not that fucking complicated. You don't need to pick sides. They're all pieces of shit.
Yeah,
sorry,
and
ran
none
over.
of those motherfuckers are ever gonna fucking come out for you. They are fucking fine sitting in their fucking studios or in their fucking garages or whatever the fuck else. They don't give a motherfuck about the people down here, about us. Like, it's fucking just ridiculous. And like, we all fucking get caught up in this shit. We've been on this shit for a fucking week and a half. Like, shut the fuck up. There's shit to be done. Like, I'm sorry.
I highly recommend muting the word TYT on Twitter. It actually works as a block word. Like, that still works for me. Just saying. Pro tip.
Yeah.
I don't use the tweet machine. How's my audio, by the way? I got some new fucking earbuds.
You sound way better, but I was gonna compliment you on that.
Well, I figure I'm a fucking union electrician. Jesus Christ, I can afford some better fucking audio equipment.
That's facts.
Yeah. Here's some more shit about my fucking union. I'm going to fucking war tomorrow, Holmes. So tomorrow's the regular fucking meeting, right? And we're in contract negotiations. The IO wants us to fucking get on our knees and suck the contractor's dick. We had someone from the IO actually come out to help us negotiate or whatever the fuck. And this motherfucker sold his local down the river for a 50 fucking cent raise. Like, nah. So we're all fucking in these contract negotiations, and the fucking and our leadership, our union officers are starting to fucking look like they're not too fucking bad, like they may be on our side for once, right? Now check this out. We've got two separate contracts, right? We've got inside wiremen, which is people that do what I do. I'm an electrician, right? And then we got fucking outside linemen, the people that fuck with power lines and anything above 1,000 volts, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a different license, it's a different contract, all that shit, right? They get a different rate of pay. The fucking the linemen do.
Yeah, yeah. I got a buddy who's a retired PG&E lineman. I've heard stories. I do. The stories about PG&E in the 70s and 80s make me understand a lot about why everything blows up.
Yeah. Linemen fuck around with some crazy shit, dude. Like,
well, and they were all drunk as fucking on fucking amphetamine pills in the 70s and 80s. Couldn't smoke weed.
Not still.
I mean, they are still, but
they're still fucking. They're still.
But like passed out in the work truck and shit.
You show me a lineman. You got some. Most linemen have summer teeth, right? Some are here, some are there. Yeah. So, I don't mind linemen having a fucking higher rate of pay than us. Like they have like a $10 fucking rate of $10 differential. Like they're $10 higher than us, and they got fucking better benefits and all that shit, right? I'm cool with that because they have a different fucking job. I think their job is a little bit more fucking intense than mine.
Oh,
right?
It's hectic.
But so our fucking local, our union officers at our local, they are paid based off of the inside wireman contract, right? So our business manager, he gets paid general foreman wages on the inside wireman contract, and the other union officers, they get paid foreman wages on the inside wireman contract. So they fucking decided that they were going to propose to change the bylaws in our fucking local to they get paid either inside wireman wages or lineman wages, whichever is higher, and that fucking vote is tomorrow. So these motherfuckers are going to fucking have this contract vote and trying to fucking say they're fighting for us, but on the fucking back end, they're saying no matter what happens, we get a fucking sick raise out of this. We're getting a fucking 33% fucking raise. And the biggest point of contention I have with this is number one, y'all don't fucking work. Y'all sit in a fucking office. That's it. You do fucking pencil pushing shit. Number two, they don't fucking get paid straight 40, right? My business manager, he gets paid 56 hours, which is like 16 hours of overtime, right? And my fucking, my other union officers, they get paid like a 46 or 47 hour work week or whatever the fuck. So that's 7 hours of overtime. So they're already getting paid more than the fucking men out in the field. But on top of that, they want to get paid a better rate of pay than me, which they already are because they're on foreman wages and general foreman wages, not journeyman wireman wages. They want to get paid a better rate on top of their fucking better rate. They want to fucking get paid fucking more, which if they could fucking, it's like they looked for the most anti-union propaganda on the fucking planet. And they fucking said, all right, let's make that a fucking thing. Let's make that true. It's fucking despicable. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. This is where trade unionism and fucking bureaucracy fails. This is why when people like me fucking get into like intellectual anarchist thought, this is what we think about. And it's not just fucking theoretical.
This is how bureaucracies work. They say that they're fucking fighting for you on the front end. On the back end, they're fucking stuff in their pockets with your fucking money.
100%. And
not about that.
Intellectual anarchism in practice, you've already described in the mutual aid.
Exactly.
I mean, there's and this is where it gets caught. I saw an exchange today, and I damn near waded into it, and at the last second was like, "Don't be dumb," and fucking didn't, and it saved me so much, I'm sure. But these dudes were arguing about what like anarcho-communism and communism. So they're arguing about what it is. And one dude is explaining the theory, and the other dude is explaining why his theory never works in practice, because he's explaining the practice, what it is in the field. And both of them are, to varying degrees right, but because one of them only sees it through the lens of theory and the other one sees it through the lens of historical application, in practice, they think they're talking about two entirely different things.
Exactly.
And I was about to point it out, and then I'm like, fuck, Steve, you are about to do something incredibly stupid, and you will be sucked into some Twitter bullshit indefinitely because of that. Please don't. But now that I've said it on the air, there's going to be a couple of people that come into the chat to specifically be like, I've heard you be critical of Stalin. You're an asshole for that, Whatever.
Hey, yeah, come at me. Fuck Stalin! Fuck Stalin! Fuck Stalinist! Fuck that fucking entire fucking ideology! Fuck Mao too! I don't want to fucking hear your bullshit! We saw how your fucking utopia ended. It ended in fucking totalitarian bureaucracy, where it's the fucking dictatorship of the fucking party. It's not the dictatorship of the proletariat. Get your fucking head out of the fucking clouds. We saw how it fucking ended. It ended perfectly as it is in China right now. The bureaucrats, the commissars became the capitalists. And now they're fucking living off the fucking backs of the working class. And shout out to fucking Magnus, dude, because I've been watching his fucking his Unity or Death podcast. That shit's off the chain, dude. I'm really fucking digging this idea that anarchists are coming together. That it's anarchism without an adjective, right? Like, it's because we have. It's no longer like a point of fucking theoretical fucking debate anymore. The state is coming for us all. And you can't fucking wield the power of the fucking state, man. Like, and I said this about fucking on Franco's fucking podcast the other day. I'm like, I feel like I'm fucking Aragorn out there in fucking the Lord of the Rings, and I'm fucking screaming at these people that are arguing about how they can fucking take the ring and wield its power to fucking use it against Sauron or whatever. And I'm like, no, you can't fucking wield the state. You can't fucking do it. It does not work for the fucking common man. It never fucking has. So, like, I invite people to fucking read, if you're still on the Marxist trip, I invite you to read Murray Bookchin. Listen, Marxist, because he goes through the entire fucking thing that I just said in a lot more.
Yeah. It's a wonderful piece. It is. I was gonna suggest that if you suggested something different as an accompanying.
And also
read.
check out Max Stirner, the Ego in His Own. I mean, it's a fucking tome. It's thick as a brick. It's like the fucking rival to Capital in its dryness. But I mean, we've got to fucking move forward. This idea that we can just fucking take the fucking it's I don't know, dude. Because I'm a fucking recovering addict, I know firsthand what insanity is. Where I try to do the same thing in the same way and expect a fucking different result, right? That's what this whole fucking seize the state and fucking and come to fucking some type of fucking utopia upon fucking we seize the state power and eventually the fucking state fucking fades away into obscurity because we live in a fucking
stateless classist society or whatever the fuck. I'm like, nah, dude, the state fucking perpetuates itself. And right now we're seeing the state become deified. And it doesn't fucking matter what the fuck you call it, dude. It's fucking full-on statism. And whether or not we have a fucking AOC or whatever the fucking Congress makes no fucking difference. The elections make no fucking difference anymore. We either come together or we fucking perish. The question that faces us now is not socialism or barbarism. It's anarchy or annihilation. Because it has become, there's no way out of this anymore. Like, we maybe had a fucking chance to do some type of socialist shit 100 fucking years ago, right? When fucking Debs got thrown in prison, when the fucking the IWW was around, and when the fucking CIO was not total bullshit because it wasn't fucking, it wasn't co-opted by the AFL.
Yeah, it hadn't become part of the corporate merger. Yeah. No, I agree. Sleepy Josh is telling me that we got to wind up the call here. So man, I fucking, you know, dude, I fucking love you, brother. Dude, keep fucking communicating this shit, dude. You should now that you got a little bit better equipment, you should think about communicating it your damn self too.
One of these days, man. One of these days when I'm not fucking remodeling my house. I'm almost done.
Right? Back burner that shit. Much love, brother. Thank you for calling in. We will talk soon. I'm glad you're now in like most of the same like let's go bullshit on a Discord servers that I'm in.
For sure, man. For sure. Let me just wrap up by saying, fuck the state! Oi!
You were live.
Hello?
This is Skybox again. Calling in private tonight.
The audio's super low.
Sorry I haven't called on Friday like something went wrong with the cell phone.
We can barely hear you, brother.
It is hard to hear you. What's going on though, man? How's it going?
Doing well as usual. Plus, I'm really impressed with Frank analysis, the way he handled everything. My mind was blown.
Yeah, big shout out to Franco. Glory Jones and I will be on Franco's show tomorrow at 4 p.m. on the East Coast, 1 p.m. on the West Coast. Make sure that you check that out. It's gonna be good. It'll be like an all MCSE network panel discussion with the big homie Franco. The newly married Franco. Congratulations.
I'm always on the lookout because I'm just plain dumb luck as always. I always just end up getting lucky, catching up, tuning in somehow on YouTube.
Good deal. Well, anything you got to share with the rest of the class, or you got a specific question?
Just having a little stress anxieties because helpless and why people don't seem to wake up. Still, even my own sister and my brother, they don't seem to wake up. I'm the only one who's more younger than them and less intelligent than them. They don't seem to get it.
Well, I mean, people are invested in what Bill Hicks called the ride. People are distracted as hell. People, don't want to hear real shit because then they have to process it. When they say ignorance is bliss, that's real. That's 100% real. And it's so much more convenient. Dude, we say it all the time. Knowing things is hard. It is. It's hard. It hurts. Being right early. being right, you know, ahead of when it's still conspiracy theory, before it's breaking news 6 months or a year and a half later, before it's breaking news, being right ahead of that. Painful. It's painful. I mean, demonetized on YouTube for about a year and a half now. Painful. Like, you could still super chat the show, but I always encourage people to watch this on Rockfin. If you're watching on YouTube, you need to be out. You should go, you know, to do the thing on the Rockfin.
Yeah, I know.
Or
Yeah, I
D-Live, or Odyssey. Odyssey has a fantastic live stream platform. It's free. It's a, you know, I mean, it's an alternative to YouTube. Most of your favorite content creators are already there. Me and Nico and Burmis went like ham trying to get people to come onto that platform last December.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you, Josh. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do. Sleepy had me on there early, and we just didn't do shit with it because they didn't have live streaming. But as soon as we found out they were going to start beta testing the live stream, we were fucking stoked, dude. And yeah, happy.
can I talk now?
Certainly. And then we're gonna be wrapping up the call
Yeah.
after. Please, man, what do you got?
Well, let's see. What do you think? Because I discovered a new channel called, let's see, CGTN. It's a Chinese channel that I discovered just randomly.
Never heard of it. Is there a particular reason that when you call, you only ask about other content creators and you don't have like a question about what's going on broadly? Like I explained a couple of times that I don't get to watch a lot of other content unless they're new content. And right now, for the next like 2 weeks, I'm basically only doing the Home Run for Julian tour at a couple other in-person events in Los Angeles, Julian Assange's birthday, and I'll be traveling, and I will definitely not be able to watch fucking anything, bro. Those are 20-hour work days, and maybe getting to sleep.
I hope Julian Assange gets free soon. He's the only one that can expose the oligarchs' dark plans for good.
Well, me too, man. Me too.
And including Commander X that I never heard of too.
Oh man, yeah. Well, you did say you were a little bit younger. That was a decade ago when Commander X was really doing his thing. And if you weren't closely paying attention to what was going on with the Ferguson uprising, the tremendous amount of work that Anons did yeah, I mean that's a career highlight. It's definitely been bleaker over the last 5 or 6 years. There's still been some important and really good work that Anonymous has done, and definitely with mutual aid projects like Op Feed Yemen and Op Safe Winter, that are you know in the 3-dimensional space as much as they are the digital. Skyfox, thank you for calling in, man. Appreciate it. Do give a ring next week if you're around.
Yeah, maybe we can talk better. Hopefully, if I'm available on Friday.
All right, buddy.
On Friday, if. Bye.
Take care.
You're live.
Wow, hey. Nice.
Hello.
Down the thing here. Yeah, hey, what's up?
How's it going? Who we got?
What's up, man? This is Matt from Long Island.
Matt from Long Island. How the hell you doing? Yeah, I have an ex from Suffolk County.
Oh, an ex from Suffolk County. Who doesn't have one of those?
Huh?
I was saying, hey, who doesn't have one of those?
Guys, yeah, it's highly possible it's the same girl too. If you're like in your 30s to 50s, I do fucking. What's going on, Matt? What you got going on tonight?
Right now. Oh, nothing, man. I'm just chilling with the old lady. We were watching some ridiculousness, to get some laughs in.
Hell yeah.
Yo, I wanted to ask you though a question. Have you seen that documentary, Minds of Men?
Yes.
Bro, I watched that today, man. That is wild.
What did you think?
All the electrodes. What did I think?
Yeah.
I think that the kiosk in the mall with the robot that plugs the thing into your head is probably not too far away.
Bro, it's a wild documentary. Dude, I gotta want, like, how did you come across the film? We actually watched this not too long ago. It's a documentary where after collecting a lot of evidence and just speaking to some people that were even a part of the project, the CIA's mind control program that goes back to the early 50s. It is an incredible walk through the real life, factual, now parts of it declassified and available for anyone to follow up on information about the pure evil running the CIA and the sheer paranoia that drives that particular 3-letter agency. If you're watching and you're listening, you haven't seen Minds of Men, the documentary, do that thing. Yeah, dude. Matt, what like, I got since I got you here, I got how the hell did you find this show?
Your show?
Yeah.
Through Rockfin. I'm a Rockfin subscriber.
Kick ass.
So I'm all that shit.
Kick ass. Shout out to the Rock.
Yeah, man. What do you call it? I guess probably I was exposed to you guys first through Burmis, maybe. I'm not sure.
Right.
I've been listening to you guys for a while, or watching, I guess I should say, for a while.
Little column B. Yeah, dude. The thing that I'm grateful for to Rockfin is that we're a smaller show. We just hit 5,000 subscribers on Rockfin this week. We've got 5,450 subscribers that YouTube has allowed us to keep after unsubscribing upwards of, I think at this point, at least 20 or 30,000 people. So Rockfin allows us to be seen. And Rockfin encourages, us doing whatever the fuck we want. So for us being a smaller channel, we're consistently in the top, top 4, top 10 videos of any given day or week. And that's only possible because they don't have us on a goddamn censorship algorithm.
Yeah. You know what? That's funny because I would have thought that you guys were bigger than that, than 5,000 subscribers. I guess I really hadn't checked that out. You seem like a much bigger show.
Well, I appreciate that, and I mean, if YouTube would have let us keep all of the subscribers that we've had that they've unsubscribed, we'd be a fucking 40-50K channel over there. But I mean, I'm also fortunate that before the pandemic, I was able to I was able to reach out to a number of incredible journalists and content creators. I've met a lot of people on the ground. I actually go to the places that I talk about and, put in the fucking, work to organize people, because I do think that this form of media should be driven from an activism perspective, as long as we're, still capable of assembling and getting to talk to each other in person. There's a lot of drive to stop person-to-person contact. Human contact and human interaction is under attack in a way that it's never really been before. It's fucking gnarly, bro. Yeah, dude, we've been lucky as fuck to be able to meet some of the people that we've met and had on the show. And then to develop, like, outside of this digital space, friendships with a number of individuals, man, dude, it's been killer. The fucking lucky or good at what we do, or both.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys do a great job, but you're really 100% correct. Meeting people in real life is the most fundamental thing in getting together, and it's really, for me personally anyway, as far as like friends and family, it's been really fucked up to see how many people have fallen for this trick. And we've been around each other a whole lot, but now I can't come near you. Why can't I hug you? What is this?
Yeah, and you were in the heart of it too, there in Long Island. I mean, I'm in Santa Cruz County, and we've been we're where good NPR liberals go to die. Like, there's still people, even though they lifted the mandate. I would say half, maybe give or take 5-10%, half, or around there, of the people, even here in the fucking sticks, are walking around with a goddamn face diaper on. There's no, California was the state that was like, oh, now the CDC's lying. No. Yeah. We want that bacterial pneumonia.
Exactly. Yeah, it was fucked up here, man. Not so much that people were like actually sick or anything like that, but man, that the narrative that they were pushing, I mean, to say that it caught on here would be such an understatement. It was like it was like I was in a movie. To say, like, not even a cartoon, like a really, really bad movie where people actually have lines. It's like, what are you doing, Will? You can take that off. You don't have to wear that. It's okay. Oh, I have to wear it. My overlord on the screen here tells me I have to wear it, so that's what I have to do. And I mean, I really didn't think that people were like that here, and like here, like being in New York or whatever. I just didn't think people were like that here, and it was really fucked up to see how quick they just, I mean, fell in line. It was just immediately and then persistently. And there's still, like you say, there's still a lot of people here wearing masks, and it's like, you don't have to do that anymore. Yes, we do. It's
and
dangerous.
They'll tell you.
I'm scared.
They'll tell you, well, I just feel safer. From what?
Exactly.
Well, are you telling me that you now no longer trust your government or media? Where were you last year? When we were, when you were calling me crazy for saying that vaccine passports were going to be a thing, and now vaccine passports are a thing and coming in.
That's just wild conspiracy theory. Knock it off.
Until it's a headline, until it's breaking news. Matt, I appreciate the hell out of you calling into the show, brother. Please do it again. Let us know, keep us up to date on LI. I got love for that place. It's weird. It's weird. There's no place in the world like Long Island.
It used to be really, really great living here, but now it sucks, and we're leaving. So we'll be here for like another 3 weeks, and then we're out.
Where are you headed to before I let you go?
We're heading south. Probably going to stop at Tennessee.
Nice. Good on you. Well, and best of luck on your move, man. I wish you a hassle-free ride and fucking success when you get down there.
Oh, thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate it. You guys have a great.
Have a good one, man.
Take care.
You were live. Mute your stream.
Hey, Slow News Day. How are you, Steve?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you.
You're definitely gonna want to mute the live stream, or close it out or whatever, because we're getting feedback.
It's been put to rest. It's just me and the phone now.
Right on. How's it going? Who do we got? Where are you calling from? If you're comfortable saying so.
Oh, yeah, well, you can call me Dana Fauci, and I'm calling from Contra Costa County, just up the road from you.
Dana Fauci, dude, that's like my favorite new fucking chat handle. Hell yeah. Thank you for calling in. How's it going, man? I was just up in Oakland today. I'll be back on the 26th.
I know you will. I'm heading in on the 26th for probably the same reason you're going to be there. Looking forward to that, actually. That'll be fun.
Hell
That'll
yeah.
be informative. It'll be good. It'll be positive.
Hell yeah. And then it's rumored. Oh, go ahead, man.
Sorry. I was gonna say you were in Oakland today. That's kind of part of what I was calling with it was part of my line of thought. Because I guess we've seen in Oakland today the great governor of this great state, Captain Hairgel, and he was parading around with a few small businesses that he didn't manage to decimate in the last year, and telling us how good they are and how proud he is that they're still hanging in there. And he was attacked, apparently, is what I'm reading. He was attacked by an individual who flung a water bottle at him and assaulted him, very heavy assault. So that's the headlines in Oakland and California today with our great governor of Hairgel. And I think that's a really good story to push out there on the same day that he allowed vaccine passports on the skies to creep out here in California, which isn't getting a whole lot of headlines at all. It's a very interesting play from the man who's dodging recall here in the great state of California.
Right.
Furthermore, it's probably a false flag event for our news hounds out there. I think this water bottle attack, there's no video footage, there's no photographs of any attack at all. I'm suspicious. I think it was, wait for it, a dung-copter.
Man, you call in.
The dung-copter goes up and attacks Gavin Hairgel Newsom. I think that is so right, you know.
I mean, we can wish. We can. Authorities say Gavin Newsom was attacked during his visit to the Bay Area on Thursday. Apparently, Newsom was walking to a barbershop and a pizza shop in Oakland when he was approached by a, quote, aggressive individual. And then, like, that's it. I'm looking up Kron, but I don't know if I can show it on stream without getting a.
Yeah, I've been snooping around on it. I thought it was interesting because the East Bay Times made commentary regarding how they seen the gentleman being pulled to the ground and gently handled by the CHP officers who guard Hairgel and make sure his hair doesn't get disturbed and stuff. And as they did that was the only real report of this happening. You know, apparently he was hit with a water bottle by an aggressive individual. I'm pretty sure from
so this is what
you'd see a dung-copter.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but according to Kron, the man was identified by a family member as a homeless man with severe mental health problems. Newsom didn't appear to be injured, but yeah, that's the story now. Taken to Alameda County Jail, booked for investigation of resisting an executive officer and assaulting a public official. But yeah, there's no video of it. Lots of video of everywhere else that he was for the day, though. Lots of video of that.
Eating pizza, getting his hair tidied up, all that business, but no gentleman throwing a bottle at him, which is really the video I want to see, to be honest with you. But however, that just leads us to think. I'm screaming. I'm going all conspiracy on this. This is a false flag event.
Hey, I mean,
Copter attack is what happened today.
Ghost Doncopter.
There you have it. You got it right there. A ghosty Doncopter flew in through the Oakland skies and took care of air gel.
Maybe because of the show.
It's a perfect cover. It's a perfect cover for vaccine passports. That's not really in the news. And interestingly, maybe Gavin thought he was in the French Laundry or something when all this was going on. He could have, I don't know, but where's the story about, the nice little crappy thing I'm supposed to have on my phone now saying whether or not I've been taking a jab, No,
I mean, yeah, that's a fantastic point that you raised there. It is this. I mean, we covered it the other day.
Yeah.
When the story first rolled out, because they're like, this isn't a vaccine passport. It's just a thing on your phone that has your health records that will allow you to get into certain places, but totally not a passport.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Crickets.
And you guys have been on it. It's been lots of people have been pointing at this. You guys are, as usual, right out there in the front pointing it. Rockfin royalty, that you are. And we see the crickets are the only people making noise, as you say, Steve. It's like, the great freedom loving state of California, the wokest of woke. And we're basically stum on the fact that we've just gone into a vaccine passport scenario here that we were told would never happen. Will never, ever happen. Not here. Not in the land of this great free bear.
Making mothers and fathers who are concerned about the health of their children based on significant amounts of research that they have done on vaccines in general. But this one, not a vaccine, but this one with all of the scattered information that's been available about it, making that a purely right-wing conspiracy theory has done more to silence and shove to the front of the compliance line the like crunchy granola hippie moms that 10 years ago were like, I am not going to let you put the sanitizing crap on my kid. Are you kidding me? Do you know what that stuff does to you? Why is there so much antibacterial everything here? Are you trying to destroy my child's immune system? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Same people. Now double masking.
The whole food mafia have gone and jumped off the edge of this cliff. There's nothing too organic for them, including whatever the fuck is in those jobs.
Totally against GMOs. Totally shilling for a gene therapy that is now there's doctors that are coming out after that Japanese study on the Pfizer jab was released that have that are like, we made a mistake, it's a toxin, you guys should know about this, pretty bad. And you fucking crickets again. It's like, it's us, and then it's people on the right that are out in front on the right as we're first and foremost conservatives, not we're first and foremost people who have looked at this situation without a team that's going to win as a result of it, except for maybe Team Humanity. And based on what we're seeing, this is alarming, and we should be at least having mass protests at every single Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, Oxford, AstraZeneca location on the planet. Anonymous.
Yeah, it's really interesting watching the narrative here is in the construction of this narrative as they move along is really I mean, my master and overlord, Mr. Fauci, he's gone out of the fucking news these last couple of days. Why? Maybe because some real news got out on his scrawny ass. And he's in duck and cover mode, hiding in a wormhole somewhere up in DC, I guess. But, you know, it's being constructed step by step, man. And it takes solid journalism, such as what you guys do, and, you know, an agile mind to stay ahead of it, because it's just a great big duping game. And people are, you know, lemmings walking off the edge of the cliff going for this crap. It's ridiculous. But, you know, Gavin's out there pushing it too. He's got his $1 million lottery on a weekly basis to make sure we're all in line for that crap. Anything except talking about either his hair being displaced or his recall. Those are the big non-issues.
Dude, I agree with everything you're saying right now, my friend. Gaina Fauci, just straight up my favorite new Rockfin chat handle. Josh is telling me we gotta move on. I'd fucking dude, thank you for calling in. And I'm looking very, very, very forward to meeting you in person on the 28th. Now, this is what sucks, okay?
Is that the FF one?
Sorry, 26th. That's the Oakland event.
26.
We were there.
Well,
They're still enforcing masks and social distancing in the thing. The Muslims aren't. The people who host the event are. So, gonna try to, like, you know me, dude. I'll do like,
I don't know. I have fun looking like I'm gonna rob a stagecoach sometimes.
I mean, that it's hilarious that we're all going to do that, but I feel like people should show up in a non-masks if they want to. Let's go ahead. And
The kid's down to go. She's gonna wear my non-mask, my non-face mask thing.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Gator Fauci, thank you very much, brother. And I'll
thank you for all the work you do. I look forward to seeing you next weekend, Steve. I'll grab you on the flip side, and you guys have a wicked week in between, and I look forward to seeing you. Take good care of yourself. Cheers.
You are live.
Hello.
That's
Hey,
gotta be work.
I knew it.
Dude, Hunter can do a Jones. That's crazy.
Yeah, true. So, gentlemen, I've been doing some soul searching here and trying to, you know, reorient the philosophy of my activism. You know what? I think we're going at this whole Rojava thing the wrong way. I really think, you know, it's like a utopian paradise. I mean, it's just the ultimate bastion of community and gender equality, and, you know,
you got to tell me, is there anarcho-capitalism? Because I can't go if there's no fucking anarcho-capitalism.
Yeah, bro, that sounds dope. But also, I need to know this. Along with, is there anarcho-capitalism? Is there also a whole ass military base, like, as our immediate neighbors?
That'd be lit.
That would be.
Of course. I mean, that's the beauty of Rojava. The romanticism of fighting for a vision of the ultimate anarchy, of the perfect anarchist community, one built on the foundation of the social values we strive to achieve in our movement today, guys.
Can we eventually shed this human skin and be ANCAP desert dwelling futurist transhumanists at
stilt suit. If I don't get a stilt suit, I'm not in.
Ooh, that's true. It can, and also, do they do a little mini Burning Man every year? Tell me they do. Tell me they do.
They have to.
There's something we're all missing, okay? I found a beautiful piece It was written by a reformed Al Qaeda affiliate, and he said that Rojava is whatever you want it to be.
Oh,
That's all about it. It's the ultimate utopia. I mean, like, I was reading something else from a Marxist professor there that also just so happened to kill some innocent Syrians. It's like, it's beautiful. I mean, forget what they say about CIA or U.S. military presence. What's happening in Rojava is special, and it couldn't happen without
I can't do it, Joe.
of an imperialist war machine. Fucking
I'm sorry. I tried.
Okay.
I tried.
I had it going until you started laughing.
I'm sorry. That shit's hella funny.
he did it to me last week too, or the week before that. Like
Sorry.
almost, and fucking, and then once Josh starts, like it's impossible to not. Fucking, that shit's contagious.
I couldn't hold it in no more.
Sleepy J has a contagious laugh. Sleepy J has a contagious laugh. He does. I mean, but yeah, fuck Rojava though.
Dude, it has been an absolutely batshit couple of weeks in terms of narrative management. I mean, and I'm glad that Gaina Fauci called in to remind everybody that that California's vaccine passports went live. They went live in the EU too. That's the clip that I've been waiting for an opportunity to throw on, but I mean, it's one of the EU, little fucking Nazi weasels talking about, 15 partner nations have already signed up. She shows the vaccine passport. She actually calls it a vaccine passport. So the 15 EU countries, if you're in them, that's your
friends like censored for reporting that shit, and now they're like straight up calling it that. Like, are they going to give them their channels back or what? Like, or their monetization or whatnot? Are they? No, motherfuckers.
No. And we were telling you guys this maybe as early as February, but definitely March of last year. We had a couple of conversations that were just light years ahead of the game, like early on.
And shout out to Burmis for doing the same goddamn thing on that one.
Shout out to Burmis for doing and going as hard as he did with it.
Oh, 100%.
And same with Ryan.
And Ryan.
Yeah. Same with Ryan. Like, and it's not that we didn't go that hard because we were intimidated by the subject. The shit that we had been going hard on.
That's what she said.
I'm hearing both of you say it, and I'm hearing Fee say it, and like the shit that we were focused on was also the exact same content that was getting us, incredibly fucking shadow banned and demonetized. And
well, look, dude, like we don't need to cover every single thing when we can point people to like people that are like doing an excellent job at it, dude. Like we don't we don't cover we've covered a lot of COVID shit, but not nearly as much as those two guys.
Oh yeah,
because I don't feel like we need to like beat that dead horse when we can say, go look at this dude's videos. They're really good.
3 hours a day, every day of the most like in-depth, professionally done, well researched and put together show on everything you would need to know about this. And shout out to Ryan for that. And shout out to Jason for doing it in like 15 or 20 minute clips that are really fucking easy to digest. And then getting some of the medical experts on for some extended interviews about it. Like, this is important shit, and I'm really, really thankful that these guys are like friends of ours, and that we can, gladly, proudly be like, yes, please, you do not need to check in with us specifically for this. Our friends are killing it. Like, we're going to talk about it and have extensively, because there's some unavoidably massive stories around it.
Well, it also links up to a lot of the shit we actually cover, like a lot of Whitney shit. And,
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's all fucking in the Great Reset and all that crap. It all fucking links back.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
Oh, that was a gunshot.
And this is just like the nature of reporting. But when you zoom in a lot on one thing, you're bound to miss like other important shit happening in other spheres. Like, that's just the nature of reporting, and there's nothing wrong with it. But like, I don't like, unless if it's something involving, something on the ground, or like obviously how we get involved with like Julian Assange, Commander X, then like I don't really. I was gonna say I don't really want to go deep, but then I'd be setting up a really obvious one there. But like,
that's what she said.
It's kind of not our thing, because, and there's nothing wrong with that, but like, the point is we have people that do those deep dives into those subjects, and it's like, ooh, yay, friends.
We only got so much time in the week. Like, I wish we could cover all the shit we wanted to cover. Like, there's so much shit in our private chat that we just don't get to because there's too much shit. Like we're like, we don't have the time to do it. So like, it's okay that other content creators aren't covering every single fucking subject.
Hell yeah, dude.
A lot of these people are doing it on their free time. Like if they get something wrong, then fucking. You don't have to be a dick. Just be like, hey, check it out. Here's some info. You might want to, check out these content creators to get better educated on it or whatnot. But like, not everyone has to cover every fucking subject. It's goddamn impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's why I like MCSE, because we all have different kind of niches, and we can cover a lot of this shit as a group.
Yeah, and like, it's awesome because we had, Misty and Jesse going, like, with the Israel-Palestine thing. I thought that was perfect because we had like Misty and Jesse going into like the deep history dives of the conflict, and then you had like Convo Couch and Franco doing like the day-by-day kind of news stories and that. And then because of that, we were able to do the story on like Azerbaijan. We were able to do the story on something else on top of like on the ground reporting, of course. But like, yeah, that's what's awesome about like having those coalitions. So you can be like, listen, we don't have time to do Cory Morningstar style threads, but luckily Cory Morningstar style threads exist, so you can go to Cory Morningstar for those. And it's like, that's kind of the beauty of like building that kind of coalition there. And speaking of coalition, something else I wanted to bring up as long as I was calling in before I forgot. Teppo, he found out about Commander X's illegal rendition to the U.S., so we were able to exchange some info, and he's gonna work to help push that story out there, which honestly,
I'm stoked about that, honestly.
Yeah, like it sucks that he found out the news, because like he told me it ruined his day, but like at the same time, I'm glad that we got him now. We got him on our side, because that's honestly awesome. And like just for me personally as well, like Op30 is one of the reasons why I really, really started following Anonymous. Because first it was like, oh, they're hackers that do cool shit. That's cool, fucking like 11-year-old dumbass. And then once I saw Ferguson, I was like, oh wow, that's really something special. So yeah.
It's been cool. It's been cool to see some of the support for X-Men. Like, I don't know. We all got to be all hands on deck on this. And please write him a fucking letter, dude. This guy needs some support like a motherfucker.
I'll pull that up.
Like me and my daughter are going to be writing letters real when she gets here in a couple days. So
do you want to pop into the StreamYard on audio only, Jones, so we can take a call like as a family? Or are you short on time?
Oh no, I'm not short on time. I just got back here. I mean, yeah, I
all
can
right, just
pop
hit
in on audio
hit
only.
invite and send her the link.
Okay.
Yeah, send me the link. I was just saying because I looked at the time and I was like, oh, are we gonna have to wrap soon? But whatever.
We can take a few more calls tonight.
Yeah, we'll take one or two more calls this way too.
Give me like 2 minutes though, and add her in. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, did she hang up? Okay. Well, in that case, I can read off a super chat or two. Costello, thank you very much. Margaret via you fucking rock lady. I will see you in a little over a week. About a little less than a week and a half, something like that. Gana Fauci, get a pint. It's the last call. Thank you very much, bro. Dude, fucking, it's my fucking favorite new rock fan handle name. I love it. I do. It's fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this creepy New World Order lady, but not before I actually get everything set right first, and then we'll do that.
I'm back.
You what now? Okay,
I'm back.
Okay, I'm pulling up that vaccine passport clip while we're waiting on Jones and stuff. Do your thing.
Good morning. Before Easter, we promised to the Europeans that...
It's hell quiet. Let me try to fix it. Wait, I can't.
Yeah, no, it's super quiet.
Oh, it is it? Okay. Boost it up a little bit. Just mute your mic for a minute.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and play it.
So that they can gain back some normality when planning for their well-deserved summer holidays. So on Monday, the European Parliament and the European Council signed the regulation for the EU digital COVID certificate. It is applicable from the 1st of July on, but if you want to as a member state, you can sign up early voluntarily. And that's what Belgium did. Belgium allows, as of today, to travel with a certificate, and they issue these certificates. And here is mine. So everyone who is fully vaccinated or tested negative or has recovered from COVID can get one. And we have right now 15 member states that have already signed up. And from the 1st of July, all 27 member states have to apply these EU digital certificates for the COVID. I am planning now to start my tour through 27 member states for the Next Generation EU, our Recovery and Resilience plan. And I'm very curious to test and to see how this certificate will work. Thank you.
That was a creepy smile, by the way. Jones.
Hello, hello.
You are not wrong. She starts off by saying, if in order to get back some of your freedom, some to some degree of normality. Right off the bat. I mean, it's not about your health. It's never been about your health. It's never going to be about your health. It's about the complete commodification of the entire human being and nature as a whole fucking. This is what she just said was ridiculous. I don't know. Jones, did you get to hear any of that? And
No,
call in.
I saw the.
We're taking calls 657-298-4767.
Yes, sir.
Good looking out, Zox. By the way, he said don't say anything till you turn the sound back down.
Yeah. Oh, did you show the tweet that why is my mind blanking, that Tefpo made for X?
I'll pull that up right now.
Okay, I can do it too because I retweeted it recently, so I can find it easy.
Okay, if you want to. Yeah, no, he I DM'd him thanking him and gave a brief description of who I was and that you were my co-host and fellow activist, and I got it.
All right, so that's him. Hashtag Free Commander X is the damn good man. If you've ever heard of Op Ferguson, half the reason people all over the world started tweeting about the protests is his work. He's been in asylum for years after the uprising. They call him a hacktivist. I call him a revolutionary. And then at the Boycott Times, we'll do everything we humanly can to shed light on his case. If Bassem was alive, I know he wouldn't be sleeping right now. This is one of those for us, a genuine real-life comrade who risked everything for a group of people he never even met. Free X. This legit ruined my day, man. I don't even know how. I just learned about his detainment so late, but we're pushing the same way he'd push for us if his shoe is on the opposite foot. Free X. And then this is one of my favorite ones too. Under a liberal regime, people like X are endangered. Be careful quoting Assata Shakur while praising Kamala and Joe. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Their forces are hunting down people seeking asylum for going heads up against the U.S. on the daily. Most you'll never hear about. This was an illegal detainment. And yeah.
Yeah. Big shout out one more time to Tefpo, and dude, it's going to take just a massive effort to even get this to mainstream media. That's what's nuts. Like, and I wonder if it would be if we politely tweeted at Democracy Now! Their interview with X, and then said, hey, illegally illegally removed from a state where he had refugee status, where his asylum was violated, where Kamala Harris was meeting with AMLO that day. This is a gross, massive miscarriage of justice, of basic international law.
Yeah.
And which the U.S. is free to violate no matter who's president, which the U.S. is free to violate specifically to target individuals who helped all of us have a better understanding of how our government works, or who stood up for people with no money and no power against incredible state force and state violence.
All right.
Free Commander X.
Free Commander X.
Hello.
is Skybox again.
Hello.
What's your opinion on the vaccines? I need your opinion on it.
Well, it's not really a vaccine because it doesn't actually prevent you from getting coronavirus. So, I mean, that's just my basic thought on it. I'd prefer to call it an experimental drug because it's still in trials technically that aren't going to end until I think it's 2022 for just the basic experiment, not even studying the long-term effects. So,
Not to mention it was rushed. Not to mention everything that they're finding out about it in terms of detrimental to deadly side effects. We'll call it that. They skipped that part. They skipped that part of the trial in order to bring this out to market, in order to get all of this, the mRNA vax shot into people. And then they started shooting it into people, and countries went, holy shit, no, not this. You can't have this one here. No, you can't have this one here. Okay, we'll take the mRNA ones, sure, because the spike proteins, those are the ones that are our friends. And now we know that specifically in the Pfizer, but I would be willing to entertain the idea that the Moderna one, right? Or is it the AstraZeneca one? It's Moderna, I think. Anyway, that's the other mRNA. But I would be willing to entertain the idea that once there is a study done about the spike proteins that go how they work in your body and the other vaccine, we will find similar, if not eerily similar, side effect or the way that spike proteins work. And they're a toxin. That's what the Japanese study showed. That's what a number of other researchers have come forward with on evidence specifically about the way that the spike proteins target the reproductive system of women, like all of them, no matter what. I'd like as a baseline, I've never been like vocally anti-vax at all. Like my kids have some vaccines, they don't have the scale or schedule that that the state wanted them to, because it seemed incredibly overwhelmingly ridiculous to want to shoot that many drugs into that small of a human and then follow up with regularity on up to 26 now. No
kidding.
But the Glory said it, these aren't vaccines. Gene therapy, the ones that are traditional vaccines are the ones that get banned in the most countries. That should tell people something. That should give them kind of a place to start. The ones that are considered traditional are the ones that are most banned. The ones that are gene therapy are the ones that we're just now finding more and more conclusive information about how they act. And again, according to Dr. Bridle, they act as a toxin. He says we made a mistake. But they knew.
I mean, I think people are waking up a little bit, though. Like, even my uncle, he was like, why haven't you gotten vaccinated last time I was here? I was like, motherfucker, this shit's giving people blood clots and heart problems. I already got both. He's like,
right?
Yeah,
I can understand that.
I bet once he got the Jimmy Dore show, he experienced the side effects. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind they only put the vaccines out just for profit. Yikes! Talk about being so greedy. They haven't learned to overcome their greed or even like maintain self-control of their greed. It's crazy. It's sad.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just.
Yeah, even my sister taking the vaccine, she said like doesn't experience any side effects. But I am a little bit worried though, as I'm being cautious as always. Cause
Well, I hope she doesn't. I mean, really, dude, I hope that people don't hurt themselves. I hope that people aren't harming their children, especially the people who are watching the fucking show and like were able to see this information last year. But like while you still had time to make a this, you know, but dude, it hurts people, and they could have done this all differently. You can't say the word ivermectin. You definitely can't do it on Twitter. Matt Taibbi came out with an article asking the question, why aren't we allowed to say ivermectin?
Mm-hmm.
it is strange, like, how do we let someone like anybody, like, since it's been happening like at least like for generations, correct me if I'm wrong, like it's been happening like for generations and decades already, allowing these oligarchs in charge? Yikes. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to read what
we gotta wrap this up pretty soon, guys.
the Tech Ninja is saying. And Josh says we're gonna go ahead and wrap. Josh has been kind enough to let us stay up at least 20 minutes past our bedtime. So thank you for calling in. And we will talk to you. You what now?
One more thing, have you looked up on pro swastika by any chance, or study at least of it? Like,
I have not. This is gonna go right back to the I don't have any fucking time. I don't.
oh, you're busy as always.
Time
That
I cooked my phone because it was so goddamn hot on the freeway.
Because you have earned my full
Damn.
respect, especially Franco and Hardlands Media and including the other independent media like the Convocast. You earned my respect 100,000%. High grade. 2 thumbs up.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Skyfox. You have a good rest of your week now.
It's Skybox. It's Skybox.
I thought that's what I said.
I thought you said Sky Fox.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling in.
Have a good one.
We'll talk more on Friday. I just love to talk. I've been known to talk a lot.
I feel that.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, what's Jones got?
What do I got?
Yeah, the lines are shut. Thank you everybody who did call in. We appreciate the hell out of it. AREM, thank you for the Super Ray. In case I call in someday, this is for the therapy and to keep you going and getting stronger. Slow News Day is not an AMA medical recommended treatment, but it is therapeutic. Later. Well, thank you very much, AREM.
Come on,
Yeah.
Glory.
Oh.
You didn't do it.
Aw, you guys actually want me to do it? Okay. Well, thank you for the Super Ray. It's what is it? What is it, Steve? Oh, that's right. It's always appreciated on Slow News Day.
Dude, it's my favorite part of the show, Steve. You have to deal.
Aw. Thanks, Tech Ninja.
That's what salty hype men are for.
Salty Hype Man. Yay. Well, yeah, I got nothing. It just, I don't know, it gave me a little boost to see that, TEFPO was able to find,
Hell yeah.
information on Commander X and help us boost that. So, yeah.
Right on. Well, I'm gonna check in with Lubers, see if he wants to do an update stream.
Oh, and tomorrow at 4 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. PST, we'll be on MCSC Fam's Franco show to talk about this. So, yeah, and it's just an amazing interview with Vanessa Bailey too. That's like
That was
some
a
of
really
my
good interview.
two of my favorite people right there. It was awesome.
Yeah. And shout out to Elizabeth Voss. And there are a number of you. Shout out to Kevin Gastola. He's going to be getting a hold of me to put a piece out about X. I need to reach out to Mo, but I'm pretty sure he'll be into it. There's a number of other people in the independent media that are a little bit pulled back from this more, who have a little bit larger reach because of that. And we're starting to be able to let them all know what's going on. I went on the Rundown Live with Kriston T. Harris the other day. I realized how much I say and I'm going to try to curb that. I apologize. That was fucking with me. It was. And I damn near did it. I will be on with Chris Cook from Guerrilla Radio out there in British Columbia tomorrow, and that will air Monday or Tuesday. Magnus was nice enough to ask me to come on Thursday, so I'll be doing that before our show. And I mean, guys, we really need to get the word out as much as possible about this. Commander X was kidnapped. Asylum means nothing. We saw that with Julian Assange. Now we're seeing it to where they could literally just grab him and bring him to fucking Santa Rita.
We told y'all. We are all Assange. We are all Assange. Period.
Yes.
Period.
So, I mean, get up, get at it, let people know who may have a harder time like seeing why it applies to them, because then you can point them to places where we'll have a longer form conversation about this. Believe that we will be asking Tefpo to come on a stream.
We will, and especially because X wanted him to come on his show as well. So
I told him that. I did.
I told him that too.
Oh, that's fucking yeah, but yeah, dude, it's been a really hard week, and now some progress is finally starting to get made. I haven't pulled up the website yet, but I'll do that so I can make sure that there's a link going out into the chats. God damn it. Yeah, see? It's a filler. Now it's bugging me. 40 fucking 3. Now it's bugging me. I'm not used to hearing me after the fact, and I'm in the moment.
Huh?
I really don't like
Steve's tired.
I really don't like listening to me. I apologize. I'm scrolling through to make sure that I can get this website and pull it up under screen and let people know that we do have a web page that you can direct people to. It has, I believe, all of the information that we have at the moment and necessary links. It's the so god damn it. So yes,
the URL because it's not showing that.
Pardon?
In the address because it's not showing that part.
I will. I'm gonna.
It's freecommanderx.org.
Yes, freecommanderx.org. I'm dropping it into Element, and then I'll go. And I can't. Rockfin wouldn't open for me when my computer was running too hot. So, if somebody could put that link freecommanderx.org in the Rockfin. I'd appreciate it.
I am putting
Current
it in
progress
there.
of defense campaign team. So this is a breakdown of what the Free Commander X defense campaign team has been up to. I do recommend that you go to the website, you share the link. You know it's going to be shadow banned. You know it is. So please,
Word them out
please,
too.
please,
Tell your friends the fucking address. Tell them to.
please write to Commander X. You can send him a letter here. Christopher Doyen, fucking number 034760228, Santa Rita, fucking shithole motherfucking jail, 5325 Broder Boulevard, Dublin, California, 94568. I don't really have anything else. I am going to reach out to Lubers and see if we're doing a thing or not. I'm supposed to try and figure out a time to go on Facts on the Ground tomorrow and talk about this too. So I don't know when that's going to be because the rest of my day is also pretty well fucked. And I thought we were going to be doing.
You're getting real quiet.
Huh? I know. I'm all right. I love the hell out of you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being part of all of this. I really do like this show. I would love it to blow up. Help us do that. Help us get the word out. Thank you very much, everyone who threw a super ray at us. That's how we're going to be able to do this. That's the only way we're going to be able to continue doing the show is by you guys' support. You were incredibly kind and generous to help get me out and covering the West Coast leg of the Home Run for Julian tour, final stop in DC. We're going to have some tremendous footage because I'm contacting everybody else who's had a camera on one of these events. God damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna break myself of that. You are. You're gonna see it. We'll see you soon. Sunday, Allison Morrow. That's going to be fantastic. I can't wait for that. Big thanks to my Better Than Your co-host, Gloria Jones. Ali Alexandra is on vacation, which is killer, even though she apparently had to drive through the entire state of Indiana, which is not killer. Thanks as always to the man, the myth, the legend, the tech ninja,
Sleepy.
buymeacoffee.com/Bort, B-O-R-T, Bort.
Base God Tech Ninja.
Motherfucking coffee. Thanks again to everybody who watched.
I got 2 big ass things of coffee again. I'm stoked.
Yay.
Hell yeah. I was under caffeinated today, but I made up for it by getting roasted out in my truck, which is a 94 and does not have really working air conditioning.
If it makes you feel any better, Steve, I didn't have coffee today either.
It does not make me feel better, Glory Jones. It does not.
I did.
We'll see you guys soon. Free Commander X. Free Julian Assange. Fuck censorship. Free all political prisoners. Free all fucking prisoners. At least we got, fuck the prison state. Good luck to us all.